my dear Aquarius. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of September with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I have exciting news for you. From the middle of September, I will start to do the love and spirituality readings again for all the signs. And the first sign out will be for, the first one out, will be for Libra season, September 23rd to October 22nd. And they are aimed towards you growing personally and thereby make you able to attract a better love life and life overall for yourself. I stopped doing them last winter fall due to declining interest, but now when YouTube is positioning my videos better again, I will make a new attempt to take another week of my normal work schedule and do these readings for you. And if they are a success, I will keep on doing them. So, back to this reading that is dedicated to Condra that made a donation for Aquarius. And if you also want to support a reading from me, you can follow the donation link in the description box. And this will be a love reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. And if you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Virgo season that is already up. Today is the 5th day of Virgo season, and it can be a good idea to rewatch your reading from this period. You can also check out the pick a card and near personal readings on the first page of my channel. Click the headline of each playlist to see all the videos that the playlist contains. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot by Roberto De Angelis. Okay, so when I open your deck here, I see the Hangman together with the High Priestess in the reverse. So it seems like there's some kind of insight that you don't want to make, Aquarius. It's something that you already know, but you kind of want to unknow it or forget that you ever knew it or ignore that you have this knowledge. Okay. So I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the Five of Wands together with the Hangman. So it seems like you're doing this to avoid some kind of fight, conflict, people getting angry with you. You don't want to get a bad consequence from maybe telling people what you know or even telling it to yourself, because maybe you just want to put like the lid on here to avoid conflicts or drama or a bad outcome. Okay, so I called the 4 archangels. Maybe I'm repeating myself here. And we have a 3 of Swords together with a 5 of Wands in the reverse. So it might be that you know about someone's trauma, okay? That you know how someone is hurt and in what way, but you don't want to poke around in their wounds and thereby not poking your own wounds, because if you poke their wounds and say, well, hey, this is what's really going on with you, they might, you know, go to your weak spots, whatever that might be, the thing that you dread from this situation that they will do, or how they could hurt you in the way that would actually feel the most or get to you the most. Okay, so I call the 6 elements, and here we have a Page of Swords in the reverse with the 5 of Wands. So this instead makes you a little bit bitter or angry towards this person, and you want them to kind of figure this out for themselves. You want them to see this for themselves. You don't want to have to be the one to say it. And so it's almost like you're judging them from afar a little bit, and this is what they're doing wrong, and that is what they are doing wrong, and they should be working more with this, with their spiritual growth, instead of dealing with that, which is not going to lead to anything for them. So it's actually making you fighting anyway, but maybe on a more energetic level. So the other person will feel that you have these opinions and that you are keeping your mouth shut about it, and they will kind of get angry with you, you're angry with them. So it didn't help really, but it's this, we are being polite because we don't want to upset someone or hurt their feelings, or, you know, write what we know on their nose. So, and you don't, it seems like you might be fearing getting, like being pushed out in the cold if you would tell them what you know. This is in connection with the High Priestess, number 2. And this is what you fear maybe. So you're trying to be diplomatic, but it's not really working because it's what they are doing, and this what you are seeing is irritating you, and you're sending them this irritated energy, so they know that you kind of disregard them, or you are not respecting them in this area because you think they are doing it all wrong, and therefore there's an energetic conflict anyway. Okay, so sometimes we just know that a person feels this way about us, and you just know what's going on with them, so you're all psychic. Okay, so just tune in for a few seconds to you and your situation in September, Aquarius. This is the new bottom of the deck, and we have the Hermit in the reversed. So again, I'm getting this feeling of you knowing things, but you hide them away and you keep it for yourself, and you might even distance yourself from people because of this, what you know, that you know that they have a problem with their personality, or that if they just did this, your relationship would be better. But instead of telling them, you're kind of shunting them or avoiding them to not get hurt, or to not get problems, or not get into this conflict. Okay, and this is the old bottom of the deck, and it's the moon 18, so it's very interesting since this is 18. 1 plus 8, what is that? It's 9. Okay, so these are in connection. So this is the vibration that came to you, the knowledge that came to you. You got a bad feeling. You felt like, oh, this is the problem, but then you didn't tell them. You just went into like hermit mode here, and keeping your secret, what you have revealed here with the moon. Okay, what you have seen with them. So this is not an easy thing, because usually a person needs to make their own mistakes and find out things for themselves. But we can also be very helped by people telling us that this is an issue, you need to work with it. And it might make us really upset, but we are probably not going to forget what this person said. And it might put a seed inside of there, which might grow into something where we will work with this issue. So this is what's on your mind about the person, most on your mind. And this is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. It can be more than one person as well. It can be your lover, but it can also be your family or your co-workers, friends, so on. This is your feeling, on your feeling level, and your attachment to the situation or to the person. And this is the bond between you two. This is their feelings and attachments towards you. This is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. The outcome for September. This is their behaviors and attitudes towards you. So we have the situation here. And it's a 3 of Wands, so it's about this non-communication. You could be much more bossy in this situation, point with your whole hand, say that this is your problem, you need to look into this, you're refusing to see this, and you're not dealing with that, and this is the problem in our relationship, you're always hiding away, and whatever is the issue here. So you're not doing that. You're just like, no, I won't do that. Okay. I'm getting a song here. See if I can find. I didn't prepare with a paper, so paper, pencil. I won't do that. I don't know what song it is, but I won't do that. Maybe it's Ozzy. Okay, it's Ozzy Osbourne. I had some problems with with putting in the songs in the lyrics box. It's in the description box, and I put it there, but sometimes they just disappear. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I will try my best and put this song in the description box for you, that you won't do that, okay? Okay, you would do anything for love, but you won't do that. So that's the thing. Usually also with the moon, it comes like something is starting to come up to the surface like this, and you're like, no, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to tell them that. This is going to give bad consequences. So it's also one of your issues, okay? One of your fears. You have a survival skill to maybe not tell people what's their problem. And it can also come out as your shadow. So you think you are diplomatic and not telling people about their problems, and other people might see you being a real know-it-all. So it can be like this sometimes. I'm not saying that that's the issue, but I'm feeling some crosswasher will say, but they always tell me what to do. Yes, because it's their shadow. So they're really scared of telling you what to do, but they also do it because their shadow takes over. So it's usually like this. When we refuse to do something that's in our nature, we just kind of do it anyway, but we become unaware that we are doing it. So it's better to actually do it and to be honest with it, and to, take the heat from it and have an open discussion that will actually lead to something. So this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And it's the 8 of Cups here. So I'm getting almost a mutual feeling. You're scared that they will walk away, but in the same time you're also tired of the situation and want to walk away. So it's troublesome. Both of you have invested a lot in this situation, but neither of you is particularly interested in what's to come, or the things that have irritated you, and now it has come to a certain point where it actually either needs to be, dealt with, or there will be, maybe people will just get tired of the situation and split apart. So this is what's on their mind about you. And we have the Empress in the reverse. So it might be that they feel like before you gave them a lot of things, and then you just closed shop for them. It's just like no more. There's no more go here. There's not going to happen more in this relationship, or you just decided to not give any more into this situation. So I'm believing you are very tired with this whole situation. You gave a lot to the whole thing, but maybe it's also like this, that they don't get your hints, okay? That you have actually told them what's the problem, but they are not really listening. So it's also exhausting you to a certain level, okay? So no more giving. Okay, I'm hearing another song here. No more eating or living or giving. I don't know what song that is. It's no more to this and I'm done, okay? Or maybe it's Limp Bizkit or something like that, okay? So this is the bond between you two, and it's the 8 of Wands. So I think this is a very creative relationship. It thinks that you have worked through a lot of issues. You have been solving a lot of misunderstandings and dealt with a lot of hard stuff, but maybe just tired of it. Maybe it's like a big marathon and you thought it should be a sprint, but there were no easy solution to this situation. So and the divine is still saying, well, it's still on, still run with this. And you are like, what? I don't have the energy anymore. I thought this would be solved by now. So the divine seems happy with this situation, and if you could have a better communication, that could resolve even more things. Usually troublesome relationships are also great in the way that they are healing us. They are pointing out where we have our difficulties, our troubles, our trauma, our sadness being stored, and it brings it up to the surface. So certain people just in some relationship you can probably be very cool, but then in certain relationship you get very anxious and you get nervous about things that you usually don't get nervous about in other situations, and it's because these relationship brings up your stuff. Okay, and this can be very exhausting, but in the same time it's very liberating. It's what's moving you forward. It was showing you your shadow or your trauma or what needs to heal, so that you can actually heal it and transcend. Okay, so the divine seems enthusiastic about this. This is your feelings and your attachment towards this situation. So you don't want to be attached to this situation, and you're very suspicious about all these wands here. So enough with the spiritual growth. I'm tired. I want to have vacation. I just want peace and quiet. I just want like a paradisic situation with the ones I love, and I don't want to always be challenged or people always poking in my wounds. So you might be taking a little bit of distance towards people, maybe not people in general, but certain people that brings up these kind of stuff with you, and where there seems to be an endless job ongoing that is tiring, because 8 it's eternity symbol, so it's karma that needs to be solved. So it's like a long project without any vacation, and you're getting real tired of it. Okay, so this is their emotional bond and attachment feelings. Okay, and we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Now I'm feeling someone is sulking here, like being a little bit on the bitter end. So they feel like you are not giving enough. Now they don't want to give things to you, and they want to walk away from the whole situation. It might either be someone that actually have tried to, do this thing with you to resolve a lot of issues, and now they are tired because you have taken this position of you don't want to work on this anymore. Sorry for my voice, but it can also be a person that has been spoiled by you and people overall, and that they are so used to other people doing all this work for them, and when you don't want to put in this effort anymore, it's like, okay, so I will find someone else that will do this for me, or fulfill my needs, or worship me like a young god or goddess. Okay, so it's a little bit I'm feeling this person is either a little bit spoiled, and for some other it will be that they are really tired of you disconnecting from them. So it can be a little bit different here, maybe 50-50 it can be the number. So it's both Sagittarius energy here as well, and both seem suspicious, but not the divine. They are very happy with this. So yes, now they are really like faced with their own issues and each other's issues, and now they can really start solving things here. But you don't feel like solving things, you just feel, both of you, like running away from this. Okay, so this is your behaviors and attitudes, and we have the Four of Wands. So it's like, yeah, we had something real, we had a real connection, but I don't want to honor it anymore, and it seems like I need to build something on my own, because you are not partaking, or you are not giving enough, or you are not doing the right thing. It's something you're judging them a little bit, and thinking that they don't belong here with you, because they are not maybe respecting you enough or giving you what you want. So you want to invite them in your personal temple or your life. It's like they're disrupting your garden in some way. So it's like you're uninviting them, maybe not with the big drama, but like with, maybe you're ghosting them, or you are politely just, no, I don't have time to hang with you this Friday. So uninviting them. Okay, but you still love them is what I'm feeling, but it's just under the surface. I'm feeling this feeling of, I gave so much, and now I don't want to give anymore because I'm tired and it's no use, and you're not giving this back to me, and you can't understand what I'm saying. Okay, So, and this is what their behaviors and attitudes. And we have another 8. So you have this a little bit more loving energy with the Empress and the 8 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. So commitment and marriage and solving misunderstandings. And 8, 8, 8. So they seem to be more caught in this loop with the 8 than what you are. So you're probably right and they are probably wrong. So if they feel like they have given too much to you, from a divine perspective, that's probably not true. Not really. And because maybe they don't know what you have done for them, because maybe you didn't communicate it. You just did it. You clenched your teeth like this and you just did it, and your shoulders got really tense. But you didn't tell them of your sacrifice, so they don't know all the things that you have done for them. Maybe you want to come out as cool, or maybe you want to be humble. I don't really know. It can be different for different people. But what I'm seeing here is that they are also trying to free themselves from the relationship. But unfortunately, with the 8s following them, they still will have the issue also if you are gone, because the issue isn't with you, it's with them. Of course, you have issues too. Exactly what I told you. When a person is irritating, it's because it brings up stuff with you. So you can use this as a positive situation where you can be able to see your stuff and deal with it. But when it comes to your conflict or the thing you have tried to solve together, they are the one that's lost, okay? They haven't really found a solution just yet. You have seen it and you're so tired of trying to communicate it to them, so you don't want to do this anymore. So the 2 hermit energies here. Okay, so wherever you go, there you are. So I'm feeling it might be an issue with this energy being a little bit spoiled and not seeing that they need to grow up and take more responsibility. Okay, so, and this is yes, the outcome for September. well, 4 of Pentacles. This is not very gracious, but I guess it's necessary right now. It seems like you both are very irritated with each other. We can see his little angry face there. And you're both kind of dropping each other like hot potato. You don't want to deal with this anymore. You don't have the strength, and they don't want to be reprimanded or told what they should do. It's their way and the highway. And it will end up with them, you know, wherever you go, there you are. But also remember, cross watchers, that if you feel that you are on this side, it's probably like that. This reading can shift back and forth, but most of the Aquarius I'm reading for will be on this side, okay? Because you have worked diligently on your spiritual growth, and the divine is agreeing with this. So, but okay. So this doesn't look good for the love relationship, but it's kind of the next step, what needs to happen, because this person needs to realize that also when you are gone, they have the same problem, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. So I'm going to take oracle cards for you about this issue. So some advice for Aquarius. High Priestess of Fire. So it's very fiery here. So fire, 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 fire. 5. So maybe the divine says that there's still juice left in you. You can still do this. And you say, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. So, my child, you have chosen the symbol of the vampire high priestess of fire, the goddess of creativity and passion. Whenever she arrives, she reminds you of your ability to create your own reality and to choose how you channel your energy. If you are restless, call upon the high priestess of fire for inspiration and joy, and she will release you from the trap of boredom. Fire brings warmth and light, but it also burns when it is allowed to get out of control. Spend your energy creatively and not impulsively, and guard yourself against burning out. Use your fire wisely and let your light shine brightly. So, and my conclusion of this is to aim your energy towards what gives you energy back, because I feel like your energy level needs to be restored. So from this other side then, and what's going to happen there? And oh, in the reverse, complicated. Well, it's complicated for this person. I don't think they're a complicated person. They're trying to make it easy for themselves, but it's not easy because this situation is hard on them because it's something that they really refuse to do, that they need to do. So that is what's getting so complicated. See here. 1. So, oh, I searched for number 2, but it was, of course, 11. Okay, so Roman number 2. My sweet one, wouldn't it be nice if life were always simple and things were obvious and transparent? Well, I think this is what you want for this person, that they should be more obvious and transparent. Something that they're trying to hide from you because it's something that they just don't want to do, or they don't want to take that responsibility, or they don't really want to develop in that way because maybe they feel that they would lose control, or maybe they're fearing spiraling down into depression if they would maybe go to a more emotional landscape inside of them. Okay, so drawing this symbol reminds you that sometimes there are so many elements to consider that it can be next to impossible to understand them all in the moment, especially when you most want to find an answer. This card came in the reverse. I'm thinking this person has a lot of questions and they think that they have the answer, you know, the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. Because they have been taught that this is the right thing to do. You should, you know, you should be strong and not, you know, deal with feelings or listen to your emotion. You should just do the things by the rules or by the rule book. And it's actually making them rebel against the rule book because they still have these emotions. So they're getting all over the place. They're not doing anything really correctly. They're not following the old tradition and rules, and they are not following their heart either. It's complicated. Right now things are complex and only time will help you put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Just remember, simple can also be boring, or boring again, so you both are bored by the situation. And complication can make for deeper, more mature experiences. Don't try to figure this one out. Just be open and follow the threads of life's mystery web. Because I'm thinking this person is fighting really hard to not do the thing that you really want them to do. Because they think it's all wrong. It's the wrong thing to do. Because they have been taught differently. So they don't know at this point that you are actually right and they are wrong. So... hearing another song. Wouldn't it be nice if we were older? I'm thinking it's an old song. Not just because they said they wanted to be older, but it's like maybe 50 or 60s type of song. Okay, complicated. So they're really complicated, and their life are complicated because they have been taught things all wrong. Not because of their fault, but because maybe there's a certain culture or a certain tradition. This is also the male side of the reading. So it might be like males haven't really made revolution just yet. Females can wear pink, they can wear trousers, a hat, no hat, long hair, short hair, all these kind of things. But guys are much more in this, you know, they have rules to live by because they haven't made revolution. I think females made revolution around the 1920s in most of the world, not all over the world, but in most of the world. And guys haven't done this revolution just yet because they didn't have to, since they were already on top. They're just trying to cling on to what they already have, and they don't realize that this is making them live in a prison. Okay, so it doesn't have to mean males per se, like a male gender. It can mean a person acting from their masculine side. So it can be a female on this side as well, but she's acting from her masculine side, that this is how you should like play the game of life to win it. So they have certain ideas about that. and they're therefore doing it all wrong and maybe a little bit selfishly, and acting like it can be this little bit of hollow personality where there's a lot of things going on the surface, but on the inside there's turmoil and trauma, so they don't want to deal with that, so they're becoming like everything on the exteriors gets very important, like your job, your looks, greener grass than your neighbor, trophy wife, trophy husband, things like this. So they kind of aiming their life towards the wrong things that doesn't make people happy, because they don't want to deal with maybe the unhappiness inside. Okay, so another advice card for you, but it's from the Wisdom of Avalon instead of the Wisdom of the House of Night. Both are with Colette Baron Reid, and you have the Truth card here. So we saw that already in the beginning, that you knew something, but either people don't want to listen to what you know, or you are tired of, preaching for deaf ears, or you just don't want the consequences. Truth in word and deed is what is required of you by drawing this marker, as well as resonating with your own personal truth. It is important now to also demand the same from others. In every person, there's a vibrational energy that's accessible by slowing down and searching within you to inquire, is this real? Am I hearing truth from another, or is it a lie? So I'm thinking, due to you wanting to avoid drama and conflict, you have agreed to accept a lie from another person. You have agreed to, okay, we won't touch that subject, even if you know you're right and they are wrong, because you don't want the drama. So you have kind of given up a little bit instead of, probably out of consideration. So am I speaking honestly myself, or am I lying to manipulate circumstances to get what I want, or accepting a lie to manipulate circumstances? For example, someone says I love you, you hear that they don't mean it, but you decide to trust it because this is really what you want to hear. They know that it's what you want to hear, but it's not really the truth. So we can do it like that as well. Remember, even a white lie will cause your light to fade and lose power. A lie takes you down into the lower vibration of the ego world, ruled by separation and limitation, and its seduction of the lower world, and serves no one but the forces of darkness. This marker reminds you to remain in the light, even if it seems like a more difficult path. Truth will build a bridge across a chasm. Truth will lend a magic wand of strength and integrity. Truth is freedom. So keep your integrity. We have High Priestess here and Truth. So we also have the High Priestess in the reversed. So you have not been honoring your integrity because you wanted a certain outcome, and so you have tried to keep a low profile. And this is not what you would do, and you should not do this in the future. Okay, you should be honest. You should trust your inner wisdom. So we have the eagle here. I was going to ask about this other person. Spirit, integrity, connection to angelic realm. So I'm thinking this is what they need to find, and this is what they will find, because I'm thinking this is a wonderful soul here. It's just that they have been misguided by the world, by the experience of living in the animated earth here, and to be in this situation and forgetting all about heaven. Okay, so spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realm. When the eagle appears, it is a true signal of your connection to the angelic realm. With the angels' help and guidance, you can soar above life to see the larger vista. The eagle helps you make choices accordingly with integrity. When you pray to your angels, they will always answer, for they patiently wait for you to call upon them for assistance. So I'm thinking the divine is just waiting for them to reconnect. Okay. The angels resides beside you, always hoping to aid humankind in finding peace and manifesting abundance and prosperity. The eagle also asks you to remember to soar high above life and look at the bigger picture. Don't get caught up in the tiny, unimportant aspects of life, like surface matters. The spiritual world is the real one. Your physical life is the dream. When the eagle appears, it's also a signal for prayer. It's a time for a moment of conscious contact with the divine. Remember that you're always protected and divinely directed if you follow the guidance of spirit as it appears in the form of the eagle. They love this person and they cherish this person, and they really want them to wake up from the matrix kind of, and follow the right path, like follow the divine guidance, because right now I'm feeling like they're rebelling towards God and everything, because they have this kind of bubble of self-importance to cover up for their trauma. Okay, so showing you this a little bit from above. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and if you like my content and want to see more videos like this on how to heal yourself and make yourself ready for that true romantic partner of yours, or if you just want to work on your spiritual growth, remember to subscribe and hit that bell notification to get a heads up when a new video is ready and waiting for you. The next round of astrological videos I will do will be my love and spirituality readings that I will perform in the middle of September for all the signs. And also keep on the lookout for the pick a card readings and the near personal readings that will be spread throughout the month. And thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I'm truly grateful for my wonderful, loving and supporting viewers. So until next time, take really good care and bye-bye.